So you heard of people flipping single family properties, but you ever wonder how to flip a multifamily? Today I'll be going over just that, so stick around. Hi, I'm Emmanuel. Welcome to If I Can, You Can, the channel where if I can do it, you can do it too. I go over real estate investing and home renovations. As always, if you like this content, please like and subscribe below. Leave a comment. I always like to hear what you have to say. So today I'll be going over how to find and flip a multifamily property and create a deal. So the first thing you need to do is identify your market. You want to find something that has a high ROI and has a good amount of potential to add value to it. That means you're going to want to look for things that are outdated or you have bad layouts, things that have deferred maintenance on them. All these things you can go in there and rehab them back up. Now, that's the mechanics of it. You want to target things that are maybe near job centers, transportation hubs, or growing neighborhoods. Something like student housing or workforce housing. These kind of areas, they're going to have a high demand, so it's going to be easy to put people into those units. Once you looked into those areas and you identified some properties that have potential and you have them under contract or you have offers in and you can get in there and do inspections, you're going to want to make sure you get a proper inspection done. Take accountability of everything that needs to be done on that, so you have and beyond that, you have your contingencies too. You want to look at HVACs because now you may have multiple units of HVAC, so that can get very expensive if you have all of them outdated and all of them need to get replaced. You want to look at the roofing too. You're going to look at plumbing, any leaks, any foundation issues, big heavy hitting items, mold, asbestos. These are huge things that can cut huge amounts of chunks out of your budget for renovation or blow it out of the water completely. Now with that, I talked about contingency plans and having some reserve funds just in case things go wrong, because inevitably in home renovations, things will go wrong. You will open up a wall and find all sorts of good stuff that you did not want to find to begin with. So I say normally keep about 20% of your budget on the side, because sure enough, you will eat that up. Now that you have identified everything that needs to get replaced, you need to make the budget. Go ahead, get some contractors, get a bunch of quotes, make sure that you know what you need to get done and run a detailed budget for the renovation. And once you have all those budgeted items and that checklist with all the prices next to it, you need to set up your priorities. What are the essentials that need to get done? Because it's going to be great to go in there and put the fanciest lighting fixtures in there and redo all the tile to marble. That's all well and good. But you're looking to flip this thing. You're not going to be able to flip a multifamily house if the HVAC is not working. And if you paint it all up to look great and you still have water dripping through the ceiling, you're never going to make that work. So make sure you take care of the essentials. Like I said, the roof, the plumbing, the HVAC units, any of the appliances. Take care of the essentials first and then start prioritizing the others. That way, if you run out of budget and you get to the end of the list, you're not going to be as hurt if you have to go with a quartz countertop instead of a marble countertop, whatever it is. If you got to go with a budget item, at least it's the last thing on there and you can make cuts where need be. And you also need to consider the timeline of this. So in that budget, you're going to have holding costs. Now, if it goes 2 months, perfect. That's amazing. That's ideal for everybody. You don't have that much for holding costs day over day. However, multifamilies are notoriously more expensive than single family homes. And with the bigger price tag comes a bigger mortgage payment, which means more on utilities. And if people are staying in there and you have to move them out, and it can be a hassle. But if it's completely vacant, go in there, knock everything out, make sure you get them all done. But make sure you have a timeline in case it goes over a little bit. If it's 4 months, make sure you have a couple extra months in case it goes 6, 7, 8 months. And you make sure you have financing. You can talk to hard money lenders. You may be able to get investment loans out there. look into your options out there to see what best fits for your opportunity. And then make sure that they're able to provide the money that you need for what you need it for, in case they only put money in for the actual purchase versus the renovations or any mixture of combinations there. And then once you get that, make sure they're comfortable with the property that you're going to purchase. You don't want to get all the way through the deal and at the last minute they pull out. So have some backups ready in case your lender pulls out on you. Then from earlier when you got those quotes, now it's time to start calling the contractors. Now, make sure that they're reliable. Make sure that they're going to get the job done, have good references. I've gone over this before on finding good contractors, but make sure you have a good feeling about them and you can hold them accountable. Also, do not pay them all the money up front. They should be coming out in disbursements of the money. So make sure you're paying them on an appropriate schedule. And then perform regular oversight to ensure that they're actually doing what they said they did. If you're out of state, get before and after pictures. But if you're in the state, go in there and look at what they did. Heck, take pictures if you're in the state too. See what they did. Take a picture of what it was before. Look at what it was after. See the difference. Make sure it's done and it looks like it's done right, or have a friend come in, make sure that they know it's done right. Once everything's done, it's going to be time to advertise it and sell it. You're going to want to utilize professional photography, social media, maybe virtual staging, 3D walkthroughs, anything you can to put those people in those rooms, in the building, and seeing the improvement that it is and seeing the value that you brought to that building. You also don't want to just shove furniture in there for the sake of shoving furniture in there. You want to make sure that the staging is done appropriately and it looks like it's going to be a functional unit. Now, you don't need to go out and buy all the furniture. They do have companies out there that will do staging for you. Several $1,000s. I don't know. It depends on your city and your state. Check in your local area to see what they have. But there are companies that do that. Once you do that, make sure you price it appropriately. Look at the comps, look at everything else. And this is one of those things you want to do at the beginning too. You don't really make the money when you sell the property, you make it when you buy the property. If you're buying a property for $500,000 and all the comps in the area are $600,000 and you know it's going to be $100,000 to renovate it, it doesn't matter. 5 plus 100 or 500 plus 100 is 600,000. You're not making any money on that. You just literally did that all for free. So make sure that you buy it for the appropriate amount. If the house is 500,000, buy it for 300,000. Make sure that there's enough meat on the bone for you to get your profits on the back end. Now with pricing it, what you got to look at is you got to look at the comparables, and this is going to be extremely similar to single family housing, but with the rentals, you look at each unit and how much rent they pull in, and if it's under market value and you're able to bring it up substantially from, let's say, $1,000 to $1,500, you can kind of see the multiples that it brings in, because now instead of if you have a quadruplex and they're all $1,000, instead of bringing $4,000 a month, it's bringing $6,000. You can explicitly show that you brought these units up to standard and it will bring in X amount more because all the other units around it that are this quality bring this much money. That's how you get the pricing really dialed in for your multifamily properties when you go looking to flip them. Then like anything else, you want to network out there and you want to continuously learn through the process. There's going to be some bumps and bruises, just like anything else you try for the first time, but you want to dial it in as much as possible. Go through, take the lessons learned, do a post-mortem of what actually happened, what went well, what went wrong, and just improve on everything for the next time and just get better and better as you go through it. So that's all I have for today. If anyone out there has actually done one of these multifamily flips, I'd love to hear about it. Please leave it in the comments below. But like always, please like and subscribe. And that's all I have for right now. I'll see you in the next one.